Boxing fans, Miguel Maravilla here with you, bringing you a fight recap of this past weekend's Day of Reckoning. What a pay-per-view extravaganza it was. A lot of boxing, a perfect way to start the holidays. And what can I say? In the main event, Anthony Joshua looked impressive in stopping Otto Wallin. And then in what was quite a shocker, you had Deontay Wilder that was defeated by former world champion Joshua Barker. It was a fight in which, it was a fight which Wilder was expected to win. We were supposed to see Joshua Wilder in the near future. This was supposed to be a tune-up for Wilder, but instead it puts Parker back in the mix at heavyweight. Then you also had light heavyweight champion, WBA light heavyweight champion Dimitri Bivol just put on a clinic against Lyndon Arthur. What a technician in his unanimous decision win. And very impressive win by Daniel Dubois as he stopped Jarrell Big Baby Miller in the final round with just 10 seconds left. That was a very impressive win for him. Dubois fighting solid, very solid in his last two fights, including the defeat to Usyk. And of course, we had on the undercard, what an impressive showing. Lots of action on the undercard. Take a look. Undefeated Cuban heavyweight Flesh Sanchez for a 7th round knockout over. It was a pretty excited fight. As Sanchez took about half the fight to figure out him in the face, and twice in the 7th to finish him off at the 2:42 of round 7. With the win, Sanchez improves his mark to 24-0 with 17 knockouts. Undefeated heavyweight Filip Hrgović scored a crushing first-round knockout over Mark Demori. Hrgović dropped Demori in the first, and Demori was up, but Hrgović continued to pound as a referee towel came in, stopping the fight at 146. With that, Hrgović, Croatian, improves to 17-0 and 14 knockouts. Cruiserweight champion, former IBF cruiserweight champion, now the Ring Magazine cruiserweight champion, scored a knockout in the first round over previously undefeated Alice Zorro. It was a straight left that did it, as Zorro was out for the count, as the fight was stopped at 2:56 of the first. With that, Opetaia improves his mark to 24-0 and 19 knockouts. More heavyweight action, in which was somewhat of an upset and was perhaps the most competitive on paper. It was Ali Caballel that stopped big heavyweight Islamic Makhmudov. It was Caballel's fight, as he had boxed Makhmudov and made him look clumsy in there throughout the fight. And it was Caballel that took it to him, landing the big shots and digging to the body very effectively, very impressively as well, as Caballel dropped Makhmudov 3 times as the fight was stopped at 2:03. With that, Caballel improves 4-0, 16 knockouts. And perhaps best matchup on paper. Regular over previously undefeated and highly talented Jarrell Big Baby Miller. Came out took it to Miller, applied a lot of very fast, was sticking and moving, frustrated Big Baby, just applied the pressure, and it was one of those fights where Miller never got anything going. Miller did apply a bit of a pressure. There were some changes, however, um, Miller seemed tanked as Dubois was in better condition, and it was in the final moment of the fight, literally 10 seconds to go, that Brett stepped in, stopped the fight as ball bounced back from his knockout, handing the round. And WBA light heavyweight champion Dimitri Bivol was just impressive in there as he boxed beautifully throughout the fight. As mentioned, he just put on a mix. Definitely needed that as he got out of the ring for over a year. In his win, and looks to unify. And what was the upset of the night? Former WBO heavyweight champion Joseph Parker just went out there and boxed beautifully. Took it to the former WBC heavyweight champion Wilder, a fight in which it just seemed that Wilder just never landed that clean punch, never really had anything else, no other plans. Parker just went out there, boxed, did his thing. It was just Parker's night as he outworked Wilder in round 2. The unanimous decision win as the judges scored about 118-111, 116-110, 120-108. And in the main event, it was Anthony Joshua stopping Otto Wallin in a one-sided affair. It was pretty much Joshua's fight, not the same Wallin that came in prepared against Tyson Fury. And Joshua was just hard with the jab, and he battered and bloodied Wallin. And in the 5th, it was AJ that just rocked. And he was on his feet, however, fight was stopped as Anthony Joshua improved his mark to 27-3 with 24 knockouts. As far as Anthony Joshua, where does he go from here? Wow, you can dismiss there's no need for a third fight with Usyk. Usyk beat him twice, so again, you can dismiss that scenario. However, can we see a potential fight with Tyson Fury? Perhaps if Fury is successful against Usyk, maybe that's what's next in line. Who knows? You also have other options for Joshua. Maybe a fight with Parker. Parker was victorious, or perhaps one of the heavyweights that was victorious on the undercard. Those make for good matchups. However, as far as the Wilder fight goes, again, Wilder had to look impressive. Wilder had to win, and instead, while you could rule out that possibility, Parker went in there, played spoiler. As far as Parker is in the mix for hey, why not a rematch with Joshua? That fight was pretty pretty competitive. It wasn't like if Joshua knocked him out. And of course, Bivol, well, let's just hope Bivol gets the winner of Smith and Beterbiev. But the matchup everyone wants to see is Beterbiev against Bivol. And regarding Jai Opetaia, very impressive. He is the ruler at cruiserweight, just which is why he's the Ring Magazine cruiserweight champion. And as far as the heavyweights on the undercard, they're ready. They're ready to step up in competition. Why not put him up against a Parker? Why not match Caballel up against a Parker? He looked very impressive. Why not put him up against Herkovic? Uh, then you have Sanchez. Sanchez himself is one of these fighters that's gonna be avoided. He's gonna give the heavyweight division issues once he's ready to step up in competition.